Taking full responsibility for your life is the cornerstone of personal growth and success. It's not just about acknowledging your actions, but it's about understanding that your circumstances, your future, and your success are all in your hands. The moment you realize that you are the creator of your own life, you take back control. Most people, when faced with challenges, will find someone or something to blame. They blame their environment, their upbringing, their lack of opportunity, or even their luck. But here's the truth. If you keep blaming, you will never move forward. You will remain a prisoner of your past and your circumstances. Responsibility means recognizing that you are the architect of your own fate. It means choosing how you respond to situations, how you react to failure, and how you build upon your successes. When you take responsibility, you stop making excuses. You stop waiting for someone else to change your life for you. You realize that no one is going to hand you success on a silver platter. You have to create it yourself. It's important to remember that responsibility doesn't mean taking the blame for everything that goes wrong in your life. It doesn't mean accepting fault for things that were out of your control. What it means is that you take ownership of how you deal with those situations. Life is not always going to go the way you want it to. There will be times when things fall apart and things happen that are beyond your control. But how you respond to those situations is what sets you apart from everyone else. The first thing you need to understand is that learning from the best requires an open mind. Too often people think they already know what works and what doesn't, but that attitude can limit growth. The successful people you admire didn't get where they are by sticking to the same old ideas or by relying on outdated methods. They continuously seek out new knowledge, new perspectives, and fresh approaches to solving problems. They read books, attend seminars, listen to podcasts, and surround themselves with like-minded individuals. If you want to learn from the best, you need to adopt a mindset of constant learning and curiosity. To learn from the best, you also need to invest time and effort into expanding your circle. As Jim Rohn famously said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This is a crucial point. If you want to level up in life, you have to surround yourself with people who inspire you, who challenge you, and who push you to be better. Successful people don't shy away from others who challenge them. They welcome it because it helps them grow. The people around you shape your habits, your thoughts, and your decisions, so it's important to choose wisely. Look for mentors, coaches, and peers who have already accomplished what you want to achieve and make them a part of your life. You can learn from their experiences, their advice, and their mistakes. Another vital aspect of learning from the best is understanding that learning is not just about gaining knowledge. It's about applying that knowledge. Knowledge alone doesn't lead to success. The difference between someone who is successful and someone who isn't is often the ability to take what they've learned and turn it into action. The most successful people in the world are those who are constantly taking what they've learned and applying it to their own businesses, relationships, and personal lives. One of the most effective ways to apply knowledge is through consistent action. It's not enough to read books, listen to podcasts, or attend seminars. You need to implement the lessons you learn. If you learn a new strategy for managing your time or improving your productivity, put it into practice immediately. If you gain insight into how to improve your business, start making changes right away. The key to success is taking immediate action and learning from your experiences along the way. Each time you try something new, you'll either succeed or learn something valuable that can be applied to future endeavors. Learning from the best also requires a willingness to be uncomfortable. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. It happens when you challenge yourself, push past your fears, and step into the unknown. The people you admire didn't achieve their success by sticking to what they already knew. They stepped outside of their comfort zones and took risks. They made bold decisions and learned from their failures. If you want to achieve the same level of success, you have to be willing to do the same. You have to embrace discomfort and failure as part of the learning process. Finally, learning from the best involves the ability to adapt. The world is constantly changing, and what worked for someone else at one point in time may not work today. The key to staying ahead of the curve is to be flexible and adaptable. The best learners don't just take someone else's advice and follow it blindly. They take it, evaluate it, and adjust it to fit their own situation. They're not afraid to experiment, to pivot, and to make changes as necessary. If something doesn't work, they try something else until they find what does. This adaptability is what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. It's about being able to learn from the past, but not being bound by it. When you start to learn from the best, you're not just improving your knowledge, you're improving your ability to make better decisions, take action, and adapt to the changing world around you. By modeling the behaviors of successful people, surrounding yourself with the right influences, and applying what you learn, you'll begin to see your own success multiply. It's not about being perfect, it's about being committed to continuous improvement and applying what you've learned consistently. This is how you can develop a mindset that mirrors the success of those who have already achieved greatness. Setting higher goals is one of the most powerful ways to develop a millionaire mindset. Many people limit themselves by setting goals that are too small or too easily attainable. They choose goals that they feel comfortable with, goals that won't push them beyond their current capabilities. But the truth is, if you're not aiming higher than you think you can reach, you're not growing. To develop a millionaire mindset, you need to set goals that challenge you, stretch your limits, and make you uncomfortable. The first step in setting higher goals is understanding the difference between a goal and a wish. A wish is something you hope for, something you'd like to have, but without a clear plan for how to achieve it. A goal, on the other hand, is something you are determined to accomplish. It's specific, measurable, and actionable. When you set a goal, you commit yourself to achieving it. It's not about simply wishing for success. It's about making a decision to take the necessary steps to reach that success. Setting higher goals means pushing yourself to new heights. It means looking beyond your current circumstances and imagining what you could achieve if there were no limits. Think about what you truly want in life, not what you think is possible right now, but what you would want if anything were possible. Millionaires think big. They don't just set goals based on their current reality. They set goals that take them into a future they've never experienced. They have the vision to see what others can't see, and they have the courage to pursue it. But aiming higher doesn't mean being unrealistic. It's important to stretch yourself, but you also need to be grounded in reality. You need to set goals that are both challenging and achievable. One way to do this is by breaking down your long-term goals into smaller, short-term goals. While your ultimate goal may be something huge, like building a successful business or becoming financially independent, you can create smaller, measurable steps that lead you toward that larger vision. These smaller steps keep you motivated as they allow you to experience progress along the way. Setting higher goals also means learning to overcome fear and doubt. When you set goals that push you beyond your comfort zone, you will encounter fear. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, and fear of what others might think. But successful people don't let fear stop them. They understand that fear is a natural part of growth. It's a sign that you're on the right track. If you're not scared at least a little bit by your goals, you're not setting them high enough. Millionaires know that to grow, they must be willing to step outside of what's familiar and embrace discomfort. When setting higher goals, it's also important to develop a mindset of persistence and resilience. Achieving big goals takes time and effort. It requires continuous action, even when things don't go according to plan. Millionaires don't quit when they face obstacles. They keep going, adjusting their strategies and finding new ways to make things happen. The road to success is not a straight path. It's full of bumps, detours, and setbacks. But the key to success is not avoiding failure, it's learning how to bounce back from it. Each time you fail, you're given an opportunity to learn and improve. The more you fail and get back up, the closer you get to your ultimate goal. Another important aspect of setting higher goals is having a clear vision of why you want to achieve them. Your goals need to be connected to a deeper sense of purpose. This is the driving force that keeps you motivated even when times get tough. Millionaires don't just pursue wealth for the sake of wealth. They pursue it because it allows them to make an impact, to live life on their terms, and to help others. When your goals are tied to a bigger purpose, you have a powerful reason to keep going, no matter how difficult the journey may be. When you set goals that challenge you, you're constantly growing. You learn new skills, develop new habits, and build the mental toughness required to achieve even bigger things. Each time you accomplish a higher goal, you gain more confidence and believe even more in your ability to achieve the next one. The process of setting and achieving high goals is what shapes you into the person capable of sustaining success. It's also crucial to celebrate your progress along the way. Too often people only celebrate once they've achieved the final goal, but it's important to recognize and reward yourself for the small wins along the journey. These small celebrations keep you motivated and remind you that you're on the right track. They help you stay focused and energized, which is especially important when working toward long-term goals. Setting higher goals doesn't mean you will always achieve them right away, but it does mean you will grow into a person who is capable of achieving extraordinary things. Millionaires don't settle for average. They aim for greatness. They push themselves to do more, to be more, and to create more. By setting higher goals, you are opening the door to a future that is bigger and better than anything you ever thought possible. This is the mindset that will lead you to success, not just in financial terms, but in every area of your life. Changing your mindset is the single most important step you can take toward achieving lasting success. Your mindset dictates how you view yourself, your circumstances, and your potential. It's the lens through which you perceive the world and make decisions. Developing a millionaire mindset is not just about focusing on money. It's about cultivating the right way of thinking. The way you think about money, success, challenges, and your own capabilities will determine whether you succeed or fall short. The first key to changing your mindset is understanding that your current beliefs and thoughts shape your reality. Most people operate on autopilot, with beliefs and thought patterns that have been ingrained over years. These beliefs are often limiting, keeping them from achieving their true potential. For instance, some people believe that wealth is only for the lucky few, or that they will never be able to get ahead because they didn't come from a wealthy background. These beliefs limit their ability to take action, to pursue their goals, and to build the life they desire. A millionaire mindset, on the other hand, is rooted in the belief that anyone can achieve success, no matter their background or circumstances. Millionaires understand that success is not about luck. It's about mindset, perseverance, and taking consistent action. The first step in shifting your mindset is to become aware of your limiting beliefs and actively replace them with empowering ones. If you believe that wealth is out of your reach, change that belief to, I am capable of creating wealth. I can achieve financial freedom through hard work, smart decisions, and consistent effort. The second element of a millionaire mindset is learning to embrace failure as a part of the journey. Most people fear failure and avoid it at all costs. They think that failing means they are not good enough or that they are not cut out for success. However, this fear of failure holds them back from trying new things, taking risks, and ultimately achieving their goals. Successful people, on the other hand, view failure differently. They see failure as an opportunity to learn, grow, and improve. Every time they fail, they gain valuable lessons that can propel them closer to success. Millionaires understand that failure is a necessary part of the process. In fact, they often fail many times before they succeed, but they don't let it stop them. They use failure as fuel to keep going, knowing that with each failure, they are one step closer to their ultimate goal. Another key aspect of a millionaire mindset is developing an attitude of abundance. Many people operate from a mindset of scarcity, where they believe that resources are limited and that there's only so much success to go around. This leads to competition, fear, and jealousy. When people operate from scarcity, they focus on what they don't have, rather than what they can create. A millionaire mindset is the exact opposite. It is rooted in the belief that there are unlimited opportunities for success and that there is more than enough to go around. Millionaires believe that if someone else can achieve success, so can they. They don't see other people's success as a threat. They see it as a source of inspiration and motivation. When you develop an abundance mindset, you open yourself up to new opportunities, new ideas, and new ways to grow. To cultivate an abundance mindset, it's important to focus on gratitude. When you are grateful for what you have, you stop focusing on what you lack. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, and it allows you to see opportunities where others see obstacles. Millionaires are often very intentional about practicing gratitude. They take time each day to reflect on what they are thankful for. And this practice helps them stay positive, motivated, and open to new possibilities. A millionaire mindset also involves being proactive and taking responsibility for your success. Most people wait for success to come to them. They wait for the perfect opportunity, the perfect timing, or the perfect conditions. But successful people don't wait. They create their own opportunities. They understand that success doesn't just happen. They make it happen. They take action even when they don't feel ready, and they take ownership of their progress. The millionaire mindset is all about being in the driver's seat of your life rather than letting life happen to you. This requires taking full responsibility for your actions, your decisions, and your outcomes. Furthermore, a key trait of a millionaire mindset is continuous learning. Successful people never stop learning. They read books, attend seminars, hire coaches, and surround themselves with experts who can help them grow. They know that the more knowledge they have, the more valuable they become. Learning is a lifelong process, and millionaires are always looking for ways to improve their skills, expand their knowledge, and adapt to new challenges. To cultivate a millionaire mindset, you need to prioritize learning. Set aside time each day to read, watch educational content, or engage in activities that help you grow intellectually and emotionally. Lastly, a millionaire mindset is about thinking long-term. Many people focus only on short-term goals, but the most successful people are those who think years, even decades ahead. They set long-term goals and develop strategies to achieve them over time. This long-term thinking allows them to stay focused even when short-term setbacks occur. They understand that success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Millionaires know that the key to achieving great things is to remain patient, persistent, and committed to their vision. Changing your mindset is not a quick fix. It takes time, effort, and consistency. But if you commit to developing a millionaire mindset, you will see profound changes in your life by shifting your beliefs, embracing failure, cultivating an abundance mindset, taking responsibility, committing to lifelong learning, and thinking long-term. You will be well on your way to achieving the success you desire. The key to lasting success is not just about what you do, it's about how you think. Your mindset will determine your future. In conclusion, developing a millionaire mindset is not about luck or external circumstances. It's about how you think, act, and approach life. By taking full responsibility for your actions, learning from those who have already achieved success, setting higher goals, and continuously changing your mindset, you are paving the way for extraordinary achievements. It's about embracing failure as part of the process, adopting an abundance mindset, and making consistent, proactive choices that align with your vision. Remember, success is not an overnight event. It's a journey shaped by the way you think and the actions you take every single day. If you want to achieve the life you dream of, it all starts with your mindset. You have the power to create the life you desire, and it begins with believing in yourself and taking decisive steps toward your goals.